Welcome, my brothers and my sisters. Trusting in God, hopefully you are okay and everyone is okay in your family. Today, maybe I will invite you that almost in the approach to celebrate Pentecost, we must embrace this reality that resides in every one of us. Inviting you to really to think about that presence of God, but specifically in your family, in your personal relationships with others. As we have experienced many days, many minutes, many years in our life, I think it is good that we use our reason and we meditate and contemplate our daily decisions before the mystery of God. Because we see that the major problems that we have in our society and even in our family and even personal problems is because we don't follow that path that God revealed to every one of us. And at the end, that path leads us to be joyful, but experience joy, but at the same time to be in peace with one another. At the end, everyone over here in this journey wants peace. Everyone over here in this journey is looking for their own happiness, and by the hand of a Blessed Virgin Mother, by sure we can obtain and see it and permeate that presence of God, especially in our family. That's why today I would like to introduce to you one of the devotions that is famous in Italy, and is called Our Lady of Della Rosa. Let us ask to our sister Barbara Foreman if she can share with us a little bit more about this advocation.
The old church of Santa Maria della Rosa in Lucca is located in the historic center of the city behind the cathedral. In this temple, stories of miracles are intertwined, especially of the image of the Virgin Mary. Historians discovered that the first temple was dedicated to Saints Peter and Paul, and that years later, due to a miraculous event, was finally dedicated to the Blessed Virgin. A young shepherd who was mute at birth was baffled by the fact that his sheep avoided a particular green shrub. On closer inspection, and with great surprise, as it was January, he came across a rose in full bloom. He collected the flower and took it to his father, who miraculously obtained the powers of intervention. Informed of the fact, the bishop revealed that near this bush, a chapel had been destroyed which had contained a sacred image of the Virgin Mary with the Christ child holding a small branch with 3 roses. From then on, a deep-rooted love of the Virgin of the Rose grew, and legitimacy and worship were proclaimed. A pious brotherhood was founded in honor of the Virgin with the title of Brotherhood of the Rose. In the primitive temple stands a sculpture of the Virgin Mary, with the maternal expression of the smiling Virgin next to her son is touching. This work was attributed to the artist Giovanni Pisano. The cult of Our Lady of the Rose was made even outside the diocesan territories. The solemn coronation of the image of Santa Maria della Rosa in Lucca took place on September 18, 1862. Perhaps one will be surprised to discover that the image of the Virgin of the Rose once had a reliquary containing a lock of hair of the Virgin. This statement was supported by the Jesuit historian Pedro Murillo. The sacred image of Our Lady of the Rose has a more precious treasure on her chest. This is a lock of hair of His holiest head. Nowhere is there any similar reliquary whose authenticity I have read with great admiration. The image depicts the Virgin with the child Jesus on one arm and 3 roses in the other hand.
Thank you very much, Barbara. And I was trying to create a parallel between the roses of our Blessed Virgin Mother and maybe 3 attitudes that can help us to build a better family or to have a more balanced life in the perspective of God. As I say, maybe today you can consider that every single day you can do some or give to God 1 flower as a sacrifice, but not a physical flower. Maybe an attitude, a word, or some sharing that glorify God during your day. And maybe you can offer another flower to God, but in relationship with others, to do something for others, to say something to others, to accept others, to do an act of will that help and contribute to those who surround us. So we have one flower for God that really we say, we do, we act, we promote God and glorify God. Then we promote, we act, we do, we improve others with our attitude and our sacrifice. And at the same time, at the end, maybe you can look for something good for yourself and give yourself a flower and give yourself some good disposition, some candy, some joy in your life. So in this way, maybe we can improve our relationships with God, with others, and with ourselves, especially in our family. Do not forget to pray your rosary. Almighty God bless you, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.